Right, wonderful people, lovers of freedom, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Expose News TV, your one and only YouTube platform where they're giving a back to back update on how things they be or how things they shell for Biafraland and beyond. If you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Also, remember to like and share this news too. Okay, my wonderful people, the latest one with the boss brains at the moment be say yes, I see the hot well and so we go they give them to na hot. We sabi say these people don't they misbehave and we go make them understand say na so it they be hot anytime, any day. So at the moment, the Biafra army has bombed the Nigerian police commissioner his office multiple times just because we know and they have come to understand every evil that particular man has been doing or that particular man did during his time. We know that once in a while, we know that there are people that have been working inside the house or people that have been working against us from the inside, and they would see the kind of things that are happening in their very before, and they would decide to ignore it. That is one of the key things that I have come to understand. And because they decided to ignore these things that are happening, they decided to ignore every single thing that is happening. That is why they are people that are now targeted and people that are seen as prey at the moment for doing the things they were not supposed to do. And at the moment, one thing is clear: they are going to actually bear the consequence of all their actions. They are going to actually suffer for every single thing they've done, because these people are people that were expected to actually be better, or people that actually are to serve the cause for life and for goodness. But then it don't bust, it don't happen. Say people waiting, they expect people to do, no be waiting them. They always do. They always get waiting they won't do for their own mind. And at the moment, so you don't be. This particular man that the Biafran army has targeted is a person that has always, one way or another, been doing the opposite, be ignoring the kind of things that were happening in Amambara, and at this particular point, I feel like it is his time to actually suffer. Yes, that is why everything is happening at the moment. That is why he's getting the heat at the moment, because of course we have come to find out that this is what he has been doing, and this is what, and of course, if you are involved in anything like this, and if you are involved at all in anything like this, then be rest assured that your own punishment is also coming. Your own Waterloo is so close, and that you're going to get to it as soon as possible. Even as we are talking to you now, we have the PMBRGIE doing a whole lot, making sure that things work out like they should. And these are things we want. These are things we actually crave to keep hearing. Because of course, when we have these things close to us, when we have these things happening, we are sure that being saved is one thing that is very, very close. And that is why even at the moment, these things that are happening right now are signs. Whether you believe it or not, these things are signs that we are actually getting there, and that will actually succeed if we keep on doing the needful things that we're expected to do. People feel that our time has come to an end. People feel that maybe by now we should have given up, or that we are wasting our time. I am not going to say a whole lot or say anything against those people, but they are dreaming. That's just the only thing I can say at the moment. They are dreaming very, very well, because there is no way we are going to let this thing slide. Every single thing we have been doing, every single case we've been on, has been a total plan. And that's the truth of the matter. It has been a plan that we've always wanted to go through with. It has been something the PM has been planning on his own, and something that at the end that we are able to achieve one after the other. It is not something that has been rushed. It is not something that we did not think of before doing it. It is something that has been thought of way before time, and a whole lot of people did not understand that most things that have been done are plans that have been set up a long time ago, just to make sure that we actually succeed in whatever we end up doing. And that's the truth of the matter. The PMBRGIE, the Biafran fractions, we don't wake up in the morning and decide to do anything we want. There is always a plan, one way or another. There is always a plan we have to, and those plans always work out, always find their way to work out, because Of course, they would not want it to work out on a normal ground. But we have our ways, and our ways always pull through one way or another. And at this particular point, the most important thing is for every single person to understand that the fight is not over. That the fight will be over when we have finished.
That note, Obasanjo himself just came out and made some kind of comments, my people. Yes, he just came out and made some kind of comments concerning the civil war. My people, it doesn't really concern us. This particular ex-president, we know during his time, of course, when he ruled in the military time and came back again and ruled again the second time, he had enough time to do whatever I don't know whatever he's saying. But then, of course, the most important thing for us to have in our minds on is that we ourselves as Biafrans must do the needful. Okay, my people, he's talking about the Biafra war. Let us see what he has said. He says here, Olusegun Obasanjo, the former president of Nigeria, recently spoke at the conference on youth leadership titled Opportunities for Peace, Roles of the Youths in Conflict Prevention in Africa. He called on youths to be advocates of conversation over violence, highlighting the critical role that youths play in promoting peace. My people, I made this thing recently. I say we cannot go down if we are not, if you've not done the needful. We can. Peace is not even an option right now. If people have decided not to give us what we want, if you've decided not to give us a Mazen the Kalu have decided not to give us our Biafra freedom, our Biafra referendum, peace is not an option. And so whatever you say now in a conference might be true and will be moved by gullible people that do not know what the true movement for the Biafra army or the true movement for the Biafra is. They are the ones that might look into it. But the true people know the reason why we've been fighting this hard and we've been fighting for this long. And that is those are the people that will not give up or that will not be moved by these gullible speeches that he's making at this particular point. He said according to him, according to Obasanjo's article, he said that the country has shown resiliency during the civil war by returning to the round table for settlement in spite of severe conflict. He exhorted the youths of today to adopt this mindset and convince those who lean violently to think twice. Additionally, he emphasizes the significance of fostering a culture of peace and empathy in the next generation. In Obasanjo's words, during the Civil War, we killed ourselves mercilessly and destroyed our best facilities, but we still came back to the round table to get the challenge resolved. Youth must develop the culture of peace, the culture of humanness, the culture of living the way God wants us to live. Okay, so now this is what he is advising them to do. But then to do what is needful, we Biafrans have always been people of peace. We have always wanted peace in our lives. Every single thing about us has always been about peace. We are not people of war. We do not want war. We have never ever wanted war. But then it is the situation people put us into that make us want to lean to war. Yeah, of course, that is the situation. We are not people of war. I don't know if he's trying to say that the war and everything that is happening now is how. No. The youths of nowadays, the Biafrans of nowadays, are leaning into war because that is what they have pushed us into. Because that is the situation they have pushed us into. We did not just wake up one day and decide to wake up and push ourselves into war. The reason why the Nigerian army and the Biafra Liberation Army, the BLA, are clashing 24/7 is because of the fact that they have refused to do the needful. They have refused to release our leader, Ohamadike Mazen Kanu. Yes, that is why we are leaning into war. They have refused also to give us what we've been asking for the longest of times after the civil war. I believe you me, if they have given us what they want instead of leaning into the civil war, my people, I do not think we would have been here by now. I believe everywhere we would have been on their own. They would have been on their own. And we would be where we are because, of course, there is no need for any war and we would be happy with our state. And by now, I believe you me, the kind of progress we would have made would not be one to even be trifled with. But of course, na so it dey be, na so it dey hot. Once you come for these conferences, they will just make it look like everything that is happening now is our fault, because violence is not the answer. This is none of this is going to make the real Biafrans turn away from what is needful. The people that cannot be turned, cannot be swayed by these gullible talks, they know the real fight, and they are not going to give us. And so on that particular note, nothing of such can make us give up on our fight or stop doing whatever it is we've been doing ever since. And so because of that, we'll keep on fighting and doing the needful no matter what. So yes, my people, this is where we've come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.